Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're driving for a bit of Kato Paphos, Universal, and finishing in central Paphos. So let's have the map up first of all. And we're starting in the harbour car park, driving down Papantoniou Avenue to the triangle, then up through Universal. And when we get there we're going to go to the B6 and then to Kennedy Square. And from there we're going to go up to Paps Roundabout, and then we'll turn there and go through Paps supermarket area up and finishing up in Lidl. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I should apologise if I sound a bit stuffy, or more stuffy than usual. Right, this is the roundabout by the harbour car park. So to the right would be the harbour itself and all the restaurants, and we're turning left here. As you can see, gloriously sunny day. This was filmed yesterday on January the 3rd. I say that because this film won't go out tonight. But quite a fairly busy seafront. And you've got some lovely flowers that have now been placed in all the flower beds. Actually saw them doing it. They had the municipal vans out in force. And I'm not going to do an extensive tour of Kato Paphos in this film because I just did one of those. So this is just me. Basically, I've been down at the harbour flying the drone, and I needed to go to Lidl, so I took a scenic route there and stuck the camera on the roof. Sometimes that's how my routes are determined. There's a Pap supermarket on the right, soon to be renamed Clavenitis, no doubt. And if you continue up this road that way, you come to the St Paul's Pillar area and central Kato Paphos, but we're going to stick to the seafront route and Papantoniou Avenue. There's Pinguinos on the left. I was lucky here because that chap in the white car kindly let me pass. I hadn't realised how many delivery vans had parked there. Now this is the bit they've renovated on the left and on the right, but it's mainly on the left. And they were doing some gardening work here as well. Still got to finish that bit off there though. So you've got the Elmira Hotel on the right, and we've just been past the Annabelle before that. And there's lots of restaurants here on the left, but they're very good, very reasonably priced as well. So no, Tony was asking about that, one of our regular viewers, and I can recommend them. And Alexander the Great's just up here on the right. And you can see the tower on the left. And before that will be the Yellow Hotel, which is abandoned. Now beyond the tower, you hit the triangle. There's a number of restaurants in there as well. And even if you go down the hotel strip, you'll find some more restaurants. So don't think that the seafront and the harbour are the only places where you can eat. And if you're more adventurous, you can head up to Old Town. And there's the Amalfi on the right. And after the Amalfi, you'll get Sodat Beach and the car park for it and the Antasia Beach Bar. And one more thing, yeah, but if you are renting a car, I would definitely recommend going to villages and trying out some of the taverns in them, because you'll get, in terms of food for your dollar or your euro or your pound, you'll get better value out in the villages because they're non-touristy. I mean, our favourite is the Timbu Tavern in the Timbu, but there are a few restaurants there. There's some in Palermo, some in Strumby. All the villages pretty much have nice taverns in, so do check them out. So we've just gone past the triangle now, and we're coming up to one of the main roundabouts. I did a walking tour up here a few weeks ago before Christmas. See, this roundabout even was quite nicely decorated as well. I didn't film it at night because it's not easy parking around there. This dual carriageway here always used to puzzle me when we were going on holiday, because we'd stay like somewhere like Capital Coast on Tomb of the King's Road. And it just seems weird that because beyond this you get Paphos City, and before it you get Paphos City. Yet here you've got farmland. Anyway, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff, and share the films far and wide. It benefits us tremendously if you do so. And if you want to help us out financially, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Life and chuck us a few coffees. They do go down very well. Thank you very much. And if you want to get something back in return, go to our Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/Paphos Life. And you can buy memorabilia from Paphos featuring pictures that we've taken and put on to things like calendars, posters, phone covers, mugs, you name it. You can even get a Paphos Life t-shirt. And follow us on Facebook. Our Paphos Life Facebook page has got over 75,000 members, or followers even. I should point out that this traffic lights we're coming up to of a nasty variety with the lights, with the cameras that don't take any prisoners. So do not, under any circumstances, like jump the lights here. I was fortunate because that didn't affect me. I was turning there. But yes, I mean, going through the centre of it on amber isn't to be recommended because they might flash and then you have a €300 fine. And that's not funny. Right, so now we're in the Universal area, which is mainly residential stroke holiday villas and apartments. There are a couple of nice restaurants which we're just going to come up to. But when we first moved to Cyprus, this is where we rented a place here for a couple of months while we found the home that we actually wanted to buy up in Polemi. And it was very nice and very handy to be central. Right, on the left just up here, so I can pick it up, will be a nice restaurant called Pambi's Diner. And there's another one there, I think it's called Oregano, the other one. We'll get to it soon. Yeah, that's Pambi's and Oregano. And after that, there's a supermarket here as well, called the Farm Shop or something like that. That's very good, that is actually. I found it stocked lots of it. I mean, lots of the smaller supermarkets, like, or corner shop type supermarket in Cyprus are very good. Don't be put off them if you're used to getting scalped in the British ones. Anyway, so we're coming back on ourselves through the centre of Universal now. And you can see lots of apartment complexes and private houses. There is one school in Universal, well, at least one school that we found when I was doing a drive around a while ago. And there's some more shops here as well. I'm not quite sure what shops are here though, so I've never stopped and walked around this part. And now we're coming up to the road that runs through the centre of Universal and links like Kato and Central Paphos together. It would be a great shortcut if it wasn't for the traffic lights at the end, which we're going to come to soon. Again, they're those nasty ones that if you jump the lights, you get fined €300 up ahead. And it can be, because there's quite a few main roads joining there, it can be quite a bit of a nightmare navigating. If there was a candidate to build a new roundabout, that would be it, in my opinion. Then you could take in the B6, the B7, or the tail end of it, the road that goes through the courts, this road, all sorts, into one big roundabout. And quite a large part of this area is still, if not farmland, just wasteland. But it is gradually getting built on. I mean, when we first arrived in Cyprus, this was a lot. It's like, I know I sound like the old fart who said, oh, I remember when all these were fields. But it was like that around there. There's lots of new builds coming up here, which is understandable because Paphos is a growing city. Coming up the hill, and if you're going right at the crossroads up here, it can be a big pain because that's quite a tricky road to negotiate in terms of light permissions, but we were going left, so it's okay. Slight delay still though, cut that out because you don't need to see that. And now we're going to go through Kennedy Square and up to the Papantoniou's roundabout, soon to be called Sklovenitis roundabout, no doubt. You got the Paphos Museum on the right here. That's the original Paphos Museum. They're building a new one. A documentation museum is called up by Kennedy Square. And that sounds really, really boring. And it might be just down to something that didn't translate quite as to what it actually means in Greek that well. But what it is, it's like, it's documenting the history of Paphos. And it's got some lovely walkways they're building outside as well. And it's going to be very nicely landscaped. And hopefully it'll be finished this year. But the project is coming on very nicely. It's about time I flew the drone again to give you an update on it, really. All this road here was renovated a couple of years ago. Looks a lot nicer now. And this is the road that the carnival goes down when they have its... I'm not sure if it's still got me, because when I first came to moved to Cyprus, they used to have it down Poseidonus Avenue. Then they moved here a couple of years ago. Oh, by the way, that's the new monument to Greek independence on the left we just passed. In the last couple of years, it's been down here because of the Poseidonus Avenue renovation work. But now that that's pretty much complete, perhaps they'll be moving it back again. We'll find out in a couple of months. Right, you've got October 28th Square on the left. They still got the nativity stuff up, and you'll still see the Christmas tree. On the right is where the old police station is, which is now being renovated to the documentation museum. And this is Kennedy Square. There's the Christmas tree and assorted festive paraphernalia. Sure they won't be coming down until after the Epiphany, which is on Monday, and a big festival in Cyprus. Now, this next bit of road, in my recent past film I did recently, I sang the praises of how good the roundabout was. Well, normally it is, but as I was driving here this time, I got stuck in a jam, and it wasn't the roundabout's fault though. It was people trying to get into and out of Papantoniou's supermarket and turning the wrong way as they did so, and it caused utter chaos. And it was a typical thing, nobody who was involved wanted to give way or anything, so they were just happy to let the traffic grow and grow and grow. And the more it grew, the less likely people were of giving way, of being able to give way. So there's a big chunk cut out here, while there were a lot of horns tooted. But eventually we will get to Papantoniou's roundabout and the supermarket itself. There we go. That's the bit I cut out. So it's all back to normal again now. But if you are coming down from Missouri Avenue and you want to get to Paps and turn by turning left there where that guy is, if there is a lot of traffic, just continue onto the roundabout and go round the roundabout and come back. I mean, it's only an extra 100 yards and it'll just save you an awful lot of time. Had they done that, there wouldn't have been any of the problem that we had. Anyway, getting down off the soapbox now. Up ahead we have the Park of Colours, and we also have other people. I think he was waiting, the chap in that van was waiting for somebody to come out of the supermarket car park so he could go in. He hadn't just parked there. Unlike this guy up ahead. And behind him there is the Park of Colours. Now the reason I believe the restaurant there or coffee shop, wherever it's going to be, hasn't opened up yet is because the contract to run that is tied with a contract to maintain the entire park. So it can't just be taken on by someone who wants to run a restaurant. It has to be someone with someone who runs a sports centre. Be suited, but that's obviously a lot harder to find, which is why it hasn't opened yet. Why they don't split the roles and just have the municipality managing it for the time being so that they can open the restaurant, I don't know, but it's not my decision. But when it does open, it'll be really nice. And the park is very popular and it's growing as you'd expect, so it's going to look even better in the future. Right, we're nearly coming to the end now. We've cut through, it was a shortcut, I like that one by the way. And we're now on the road that goes from the Clorica Road up to Lidl and Lidl Roundabout. So I need to get some shopping done. I'm not sure whether the supermarkets will be open on Monday. This film should have gone up, it might go out on Monday itself though, so that information is a bit irrelevant really, I guess. But if it doesn't and you need stuff, get it on Sunday. It is funny how supermarkets closing a day can cause chaos for so many people. Especially after Christmas when we're still getting through leftovers. I've still got some Stilton left and pate. I have to make a note and post it to myself to get delivered at the beginning of December this year. Don't buy so much Stilton. And pickled onions aren't that necessary. I could have got away with just gherkins, I reckon. But that's enough of that saga. No, because weekly I do my dad's, he was back in the UK, I do his online shopping for him. I go, he works out what he wants and I place it online for him. It's nice, it means we can have a nice chat once a week as well. Without sort of thinking, oh, what we talk about that's different from last week sort of thing. And I saw pickled onions go through there for 90p. I paid €4.50. Such is life, but at least the sun's shining here, eh? Anyway, and on that bombshell, I will bid you farewell and say see you in the next film and thank you for watching. Take care. Cheers.